So you are taking tea in front of your janala, right?
এটা আসতেছে
I think
ওইখান থেকে না ওইখান থেকে ওই সাইড থেকে
we should take it off here.
এটা 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 সবাই বলো
Oh.
এটা যে কোনো এক সাইডে দিয়ে দাও এটা খুলে দিতে পারো এখন এখন তো রোদ সব বাইরে থেকে লোকজন
What a view of our window. The mesmerizing view. The sunny sun. And a man with a cup of tea. Yeah, this is our evening. And our children is now sleeping. We have a very...
This is not evening, this is afternoon.
This is afternoon. My teacher is learning me,
Teaching me.
teaching me. My teacher teaching me. I am learning. So nice smile. So what you have told me earlier? Please tell me. Please tell me.
About what?
About the writing piece.
I've already told you. So for example, think of a doctor who misunderstood the patient's problem.
Yeah.
Then every prescription and medicine, everything would be wrong. Understand? So first thing is to understand the question. Then plan your answer the way. Understand?
Yeah.
That's it. If you understand the question in a proper way, then your answer will be in proper direction. Then you manage to use the correct word, correct sentence,
Yeah.
and the paragraph formation, and at the end, make sure that the whole thing reflect the exactly the point which has been asked in the question. So that's it.
That's it. Don't you want to talk more?
If I want to talk, then I can talk for hours because this can be made up in a complete long course classified in many classes. The whole thing I just have talked in few sentences and few words.
So your main focus of writing is main points are
First to understand the question properly,
then
to plan your answer,
Yeah.
when to answer it, then be careful of using words, sentences, and making of the paragraphs.
Yeah.
That's it. And also following other fundamental rules like avoiding repetitions, being
Yeah.
aware of grammatical uses,
Yeah.
using of connectives,
Yeah.
and using of different type of sentence patterns, especially the formal ones, formal sentences, which
Yeah.
are only specially used only in writing.
Yeah.
And you know about all these things. So,
I know very little.
and there is a formal rule of paragraph construction, sentence construction, uses of word, and everything. That's why you make sure that you know all these formal rules, which is unified in everywhere. And at the end of the writing, then the purpose is to reflect the point which has been asked in the question.
Yeah.
Make sure that that has been answered properly.
Properly. Try to picturize the
Yeah.
answer of your question.
And to visualize, to make it more clear to the examiner, You can use examples, different information, and different scenarios,
Yeah.
anything to clarify the whole thing. But when you want to use other things rather than explaining something,
Yeah.
and you make sure the sources are correct. The
Mm.
source from where you are using it is correct. Make
So
sure that.
you are telling that giving example may enhance your points of explanation.
Sure. In case, just think of a conversation.
Yeah.
We're talking about something generic, but if there is an example, then it clarifies the whole thing very easily.
So sometimes we write generic words, generic sentences. Uh, those are not related. Those are not actually have very specific examples. So we need to put specific generic generic sentences with.
You know, words, sentences, these are your resources,
Yeah.
or an knowledge about the topic. These are your resources.
Yeah.
You will use these resources to answer a question.
Yeah.
Now the thing is, how will you use your resource, and how much resources you have. If you have very rich amount of resources, you will use rich words, rich sentences,
Yeah.
and will make rich paragraph, will argue the topic excellently if you have a depth knowledge about the topic and everything. So these are the resources. So first thing, these are fundamental things that you will have these resources. But I told you a few days ago that in spite of having all these resources abundantly, again the examiner may fail to answer the question, just not understanding the question properly. Understand? So you asking me about what type of words and sentences you will use. You can use any type of words, any type of sentences. Some writers you will find that they answer very simply, but very arguably. Simply but very arguably, and very easy to understand, but enough to answer the question. That is also acceptable, and it's up to the standard.
Yeah.
Understand?
Yeah.
So, and being careful about one more thing, that is, when we speak, speaking form is informal form.
Yeah. That's
So be
another
aware
point.
that informal, try not to use informal words, informal sentences, specifically the statements like he said that, she said that, type of sentences to be avoided. Passive voice. Passive voice must be avoided.
Passive.
Passive sentence structure is generally weak sentence structure.
Weak sentence.
Weak sentence structure. So try to avoid using passive sentence structures in a piece of writing. Generally try to use the active sentence structure.
Yeah. Very informative.
Yeah. That's it.
Let's see. So, what about my tea test?
It's nice, very enjoyable, especially in the afternoon.
Yeah.
After taking lunch and saying prayer, and especially in the winter afternoon when the sun is sweet.
We are the tea lover.
Gentle breeze.
Yeah. After so long days, we have first this type of atmosphere.
Yeah.
Because our children are now sleeping and we have very little we time. Oh, this is a story of life, circle of life.
Yeah.
So that's it from today. Okay, bye.